right, starting with what might be the most shocking episode of The Celebrity of President yet. As I'm sure you've heard by now, what is his last name? Trump. President Trump yesterday said adios to James Comey, who's director of the FBI and also was in charge of investigating his campaign's relationship with the Russians. He fired the guy who was investigating him. You know, when we said Trump should act more presidential, we probably should have specified we didn't mean Nixon. Although Nixon supported universal health care, not only did James Comey get fired, the way he got fired, Trump had his longtime personal bodyguard deliver a letter in a manila envelope to FBI headquarters informing him that he was fired. Unfortunately, James Comey wasn't there. He was here in L.A. speaking to a group of FBI agents, and they had the TV on. He sees on the news that he was fired. He thought it was a prank. For real. He thought it was, which makes you wonder what kind of friends he has in the first place, but it wasn't a prank. Donald Trump has only pulled one prank, and it was getting elected president by selling the most hats. So, and to make the situation even stranger, our local news channels here in LA went to live helicopter coverage of James Comey's car. Why, I don't know, but they followed him like it was a high-speed chase.
We've been showing those pictures. He's on the 405 in that motorcade going down south through the Mar Vista area.
Breaking news, it's the 105 freeway. They're headed directly to the airport.
We've just been kind of waiting to see if we would get a glimpse of him. He's a very, very tall man. And Tony appears to be getting on that plane.
Looks like that might have been him boarding that plane there. We are now looking at this live picture from LAX. Well, this has become a very different day than planned for the former FBI director.
Well, you know, when you're not with the FBI, you can't go on the plane. It's a rule. So, must have been a United flight, I guess. But once the news of the firing broke, Team Trump scrambled. Most of them didn't even know what was happening. They had the Russian action. White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer, you know, he's in the Naval Reserve. So every so often he has to go on active duty for a few days. That's what happens when you're in the reserve. So yesterday, when the Comey firing happened, he was about to leave for his reserve duty, and he didn't want to answer questions, so he hid in the bushes outside the White House. For real. Sometimes you got to stop and smell the rose garden, you know? Unfortunately for him, a group of reporters spotted him. I guess they heard crying in the bushes, and Spicer finally agreed to come out if the reporters turned their camera lights off and their cameras. I guess for some reason he felt like the White House press secretary crawling out of his hiding place might be a bad visual. So he had them turn the cameras off, and they did, and then he talked to them. Sean Spicer's about 2 weeks away from throwing down a smoke bomb and disappearing like Batman. So without Sporty Spice, Trump was apparently unhappy with the coverage on cable news. He didn't like the way people were reacting to his decision, so he dispatched his team of hench people, led by someone who I thought might have run away. Kellyanne Conway is back.
He brought back his reputation. He brought it back. He's got to hang tough because there's a lot of people want him to do the wrong thing. What he did was the right thing.
So now your White House is saying that what he did was wrong, but previously, as a candidate, Donald Trump was saying it was the right thing.
You're conflating two things that don't belong together. Thanks for the trip down memory lane. I was on your show often last fall saying we were going to win Michigan and how we were going to do it. So that was fun. But here's what happened today.
That's quite an eye roll. She is back and better than ever. So right now, there's no permanent director of the FBI. So this is a very good time to rebroadcast or retransmit games without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. The Attorney General now... Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who recused himself from the Russian investigation, is now leading the search for a new director of the FBI who would then presumably lead the Russian investigation. Is it possible he doesn't know what the word recuse means? That's when you keep doing something, right? I refuse to give up. So today, Sessions released what they're calling the short list. According to this list, the next director of the FBI will be one of these people. It will be either Dog the Bounty Hunter, Barron Trump, Ryan Seacrest, or this man, Donald D. Crump. He's a newcomer. But I understand he's very, very good. That I can tell you. Meanwhile, CBS News caught up with Vladimir Putin today to get his take on the departure of James Comey, and boy, did they pick a weird spot to find him.
How will the firing of James Comey affect U.S.-Russia relations?
There will be no effect. Your question looks very funny. Don't be angry. We have nothing to do with that. However, I would like to announce that President Trump is one sexy. By the way, how cute do I look at this outfit?
Very, he's a cutie. Booty is what he is. So while all this nonsense is going on in Washington, President Obama is in Italy sporting a very casual new look. It's the I do not give a flying you-know-what about anything look. He hasn't been buttoning his shirt lately. I think he's auditioning to be the new Dos Equis spokesman. But he seems to be enjoying his time away from the White House almost as much as Donald Trump is hating his time in it. Meanwhile, I know it's a little early to start talking about 2020, but there's a major new figure on the political scene out here in California, and his name is Antonio Sabato Jr. That's right, actor, model, and dancing star Antonio Sabato Jr. is running for Congress. Please hold your applause. He is running in the 26th Congressional District. 26 is also what place he came in on Dancing with the Stars. You might, I don't know if you remember, but he spoke at the Republican National Convention over the summer, and he said he firmly believes President Obama is a Muslim. But see, this is a problem with Trump becoming president. It gives other nutty celebrities the idea they can do something like this too. Antonio, you may know, is best known for starring on General Hospital, so maybe he knows something about healthcare. I don't know, but I would say I applaud Antonio Sabato Jr. for putting his non-existent acting career on hold to make this country a better place. That is quite a sacrifice. And I believe he has the ability to reach across the aisle and work with both the bold and the beautiful. Hey, did you see this? The photo of Saturn that went around social media today? This is, in case you missed it on Monday, NASA tweeted this picture of Saturn, which, what does that look like to you, Guillermo?
Wow, I think it's a blue.
It does. The tweet says our Cassini Saturn spacecraft captured this pic of Saturn's hexagonal polar jet stream in the sun's reflected light. Wow, check out the hexagonal polar jet stream on Earth. That is... So there you go. Now we know why nerds love space. This is another social media phenomenon today. Bow Wow, the artist formerly known as Little Bow Wow, is in the middle of an embarrassing fix. On Monday, Bow Wow posted this to Instagram. Travel Day, New York City press run for growing up hip-hop. Let's go, I promise to bring you all the hottest show ever. It was pretty straightforward. Photo of the private jet he's about to get on. But unfortunately, later that day, someone tweeted this user named Osama bin Drinkin shot a photograph of the back of Bow Wow's head. He wrote, so this guy, Lil Bow Wow, is on my flight to New York. But on Instagram, he posted a picture of a private jet. Caption, traveling to New York today. I, for one, am shocked and saddened to learn that a celebrity would use Instagram to mislead us about how wealthy he is. And it turns out the picture, someone did a reverse Google image search of the private plane he posted. It was a stock photo from a transportation service in Florida. So, whenever something dumb happens, if you look hard enough, you will trace it back to Florida eventually. So, anyway, this is, not only is this an awkward situation for Bow, it's an embarrassment for the entire Wow family. And also, embarrassing for the guy on that commercial flight who accidentally admitted he follows Bow Wow on Instagram. All right, now it's time to take a journey into the future, my future specifically. 30 years from now, when I'm old and gray and no longer hosting the show, I will need money, probably badly. And the way I plan to make that money is by selling crap to you on television, like this.
The following is a paid advertisement for American Industries, China.
Hello, I'm former talk show host and three-time prison escapee, JimKim. When you get to be my age, you have a new best friend. No, not your nurse. She's been stealing your Social Security checks. I'm speaking about your cane. Canes are great. huge design flaws plagued them for eons. When you let go, they fall down. Oh, that could have hurt someone's foot. But worry no more. Introducing the cane. The cane for your cane. Using it is so easy. Simply attach your cane to your regular cane and then let go. Look, Ma, no hands. Just kidding, my mother's been dead for a long time. No more hurting your back, no more falling down like a sad old baby. Cane stands up for you.
Ever since I started using cane, my cane hasn't fallen over once.
My cane is always by my side, unlike my husband who left me for a whore.
To give your cane the cane it deserves, call the number on your screen.
Order now and you'll get a cane absolutely free.
Order now.
Yeah. Wait. We're going to take a break. When we come back, as an early Mother's Day gift, we went around the office and we asked members of our staff to read texts from their moms, and they did, so stick around. It's fun. We'll be right back.